1500 meter, the men are already on the line. They're going to run the full mile here, Corey. And the times, the Penn Relays record and the Franklin Field record, both old school. Tony Waldrop, the UNC all-time great, 3:53.2, the Penn Relays record, and Eamon Coughlin, 3:52.88 back in '79, the Franklin Field record.
Yeah, that's pretty good there. But we have, let's read the lineup as we have in front of us. We have the world's best in front of us. Yared Nuguse of On Athletics Club, certainly American record holder in the mile, is the guy to watch here. But we have Ollie Hoare of Australia in the mix. Eric Holt. George Beamish is a pacer. Ben Allen, Aiden Ryan, Josh Thompson, Jack Salisbury, Nick Dahl, and AJ Ernst. The one to watch here, Beamish, as he paces this through, where we're going to find itself as we look maybe to go after that record.
So as I mentioned earlier today when I was interviewing Nick Christie, the Olympic race walker, talking about this being an Olympic year. This is the end of April. Where does this really fit in, do you think, Corey, on their schedule of getting prepared for the Olympic trials or the Olympic Games in Paris?
Well, they're fine-tuning right now. It's a fitness tester for a lot of these guys. They're going to have a lot more results to come in the future, but they really want to get their bearings down here in the men's mile. Nuguse has said previously that he's not very aggressive in a lot of races, but right off the gun here, he goes out right behind Beamish.
And these top three runners obviously know each other very well, so they can really hook up and go out there and get the pacing that they need, as George Beamish, the Nuguse, and Ollie Hoare with some interesting hair color he's got on there.
Yeah, Hoare is an interesting story too. He couldn't even walk in November because of a sports hernia, and now he's back in action, healthy for the immediate future here. He's coming off 2 races in Australia recently, and he feels good. So just to be back on this track, he's fitting the objective. So we have Nuguse, Hoare, and Eric Holt in third right now in this race.
So 58.03 for George Beamish, the pace setter, with the field tight behind him, running single file. And some of the other names in this field, Corey, AJ Ernst, a pace setter often this year at BU indoors, so they get an opportunity to go out there, as you said, run against some of the world's best.
Yeah, he's certainly in the mix here, but we have to look at Nuguse here. You know, he ran 3:47 for an American record, you know, in September against Ingebrigtsen. And coming into this venue here, he is leading the charge. He's right behind Beamish. I think they're going to start to ratchet it up here with the rest of the race now in front of them. But they look also poised and smooth.
So 880 yards in 155. And 156.8 for the 809 meters. So with 2 laps to go, they're at 156. Again, the all-time records, 3:53.2, set 50 years ago by Tony Waldrop, the all-time great from UNC.
And Nuguse has had to lead this race all the way through, followed by Hoare. Beamish is doing a great job pushing them through the target points. You got to watch Holt there, kind of in 4th position now. AJ Ernst in the mix, as you said. It's going to get pretty spicy here over the last stages.
So Ollie Hoare moving to the outside and goes past Nuguse as he runs to the left of George Beamish, his teammate, and takes control with 2:54 with the bell. 1 to go at Penn.
Ollie Hoare, the Australian 1500-meter record holder, starts to make a huge move with a lap to go. But this is Nuguse territory too. I think he can really hone in at this point, and he's going to be patient before he can strike.
And we have one of 5 guys that could walk away with the victory here. The teammates from On Athletics, Nuguse and Hoare, leading the way in the final 150 meters. They have the track position that they need and running side by side at this point. Yared Nuguse.
Here comes Nuguse on the shoulder of Hoare, now making that final turn at Franklin Field. Hoare's now keeping up, though. He's going to hold that lane on the inside rail.
Are they looking to come across the line side by side? Nuguse and Hoare.
They just might.
Now going almost 3 wide. It is going to be Yared Nuguse.
Eric Holt right there in the mix in the final stages, too. He's just maybe a hair behind Hoare at the end.
And another set of records is both the Franklin Fields and Penn Relays all-time best go down. Yared Nuguse, 351.06. Ollie Hoare, 351.28. Eric Holt, also in the 351s at 351.46. And as you mentioned, Corey, Ollie Hoare back in November couldn't even walk with because of his sports hernia, but that finish by Yared Nuguse, again, an all-time best. That's the start from overhead. And this race, really, they followed their teammate, George Beamish, through the early stages, right on pace, 155 through 880 yards.
And you look at Beamish, giving a look to Hoare there with a lap to go, and Nuguse just kind of saying, hey, guys, this is yours now. I've done my work for you.
And it's almost like a track workout for them through that first 800 meters.
Yeah, the impressive part here is Holt as well, going under the previous record. 3 guys, as you mentioned, all under that 3:53 from Tony Waldrop from 1974. What a race in the men's elite mile here.
And they were there whether it was a thought to finish side by side. Eric Holt wasn't going to have any of that. He was pushing them all the way to the line. 3:51 for the top 3 at this year's Penn Relays Olympic Development Mile for the men. And look at the crowd on a Saturday afternoon in Philadelphia. They had the beach ball out earlier. They were really getting into it as we had some long pauses in between the races, but not much of a pause for the rest of the day as Championship of America events are going to follow head over heels.
What a way to start the festivities right here on these big sections. 2 big performances off the bat.
All right, Olivia is going to be with our winner, Yared Nuguse, in 3:51.06. Olivia.
You are competing at Penn Relays again. Just talk to me what it means for you to be back here at this venue.
It's just amazing to be back, especially with my new team and just being able to do something really cool with my teammate out there. Penn's always been really fun, electric meet, so really happy with how it went.
How are you feeling about that last lap?
I feel like I wish I had like a little more in me to kind of help Ollie through a little bit. I know he kind of hit the curve a little, but I wish I was there to kind of get him under 350 a little, but it was still really fun and exciting last lap, especially to be neck and neck with Ollie, so yeah.
How did it feel to just bring it home and just go all the way out as fast and as hard as you could?
It always feels good. It's been a long time since I've got to race that fast, so it's always fun coming on that last 100 meters and just giving it everything you have, so yeah, it's a great race.
Do you feel like this sets you up very well, just knowing you've got a couple more meets ahead of you?
Yeah, this is a great start to the outdoor season. Just get the legs moving a little bit, and now I feel like I'll be ready for pre and everything that comes at my next race there. So
awesome. Congratulations, Yared. Gentlemen, back to you.
Wow, what a day has been developing here. Historic event.